tonight. And I'm glad you all safely made it through the wind tunnel on your way in, so thank you for that. You all still look fantastic, so applause back to you. You are in for a special treat this evening, and we are a little spoiled because we saw them this morning. So the Henhouse Prowlers, founded over 16 years ago with a simple desire to play the original and powerful bluegrass. The quartet now finds themselves in an intersection of performance, diplomacy, and education. So this morning, we were able to bring about 400 Newark City School students in to listen this morning. It was fantastic. And the group was really extremely interactive with the students, explain the origin of the music, the origin of the instruments, and at the end, the students got to ask questions, and they asked how long they've had the instruments, and how many instruments they have, and how long they've been playing, and how old they are. And this little girl, about 8 rows back, and she was about 7. She was from Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin, the entire school came today, so Dina Cable is just amazing, giving us her kiddos. She looked, and her question was actually a statement, and she said, "You guys brightened my day." So I'm certain they're going to brighten your day as well. A couple other things that we have coming up. We have Menopause the Musical. It's going to be a fantastic show. I hope you're there. Okay, it is February 23rd. Go Now, the Music of Moody Blues is March 3rd. Bela Fleck is March 30th, and Pat Metheny is 6/18 for Father's Day. So a lot of real exciting things coming up. One more exciting thing. We have our own Midland beer. So I encourage you at intermission to go down and get one of our Midland Marquis. It is a sun-kissed wheat and brewed local, because everything we do is here is local. So it is from the homestead. How is it? It's fabulous. I mean, it's my favorite, which is why I have it in my pocket. So I thought it was appropriate to announce it this evening. It was a little inappropriate to announce it this morning to the elementary kids. So you are the debut. So while you're drinking your beer, at intermission, I encourage you to go down, and there's a merch table. They've got actual vinyl, which is very cool, and some t-shirts. So again, I'm certain the Henhouse Prowlers are going to brighten your day as well. Enjoy it.
Don't cry anymore. Your tears alone to make your eyes sore. But if you don't tell me now, he said, it's been so long since I've seen your face. Found you warm hands or your strong embrace. But if you don't hold me now, she's it's not your fault, you have done no wrong. But if you don't come with me now, it's been so long since I've seen your face. But your proposition, oh, it has been misplaced. I can't tell you now how sorry I am. But if you don't believe right now, don't cry anymore. Your tears alone make your eyes sore. But if you don't believe right now, crying eyes before, and I can tell by looking at you. She hurt you bad deep to your soul, and that's how she made you blue. Well, don't despair, I've been sitting here, well, thinking of a ways to lose those crying eyes, tearful goodbyes. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to tear up the wallet dishes, throw out your romance card, put on the best darn records you own, pull out your dad's guitar. The best thing for tears is a singing too, and that's just what we'll do. Have you ever been sad when you're singing along to your favorite country song? When she's gone out of sight, well, you gotta do what things you could do. Fish or swim or drive the Cadillac and find all the prettiest views. And if that doesn't clear your mind, well, I have some very bad news. The hurt you feel is most likely to stay unless you're singing a tune. We're going to tear up the wallet dishes, throw out your romance card, put on the best on record what will do. Have you ever been sad when you're singing along to your favorite country song? Merle was in Lion News' famous heartbreak hit when he said the final let him down. But a record won't do that while it just spins round and round. Let the music hold you until you fall into the ground. I almost got you. We're going to tear up all that things. Go out your oldest car, put on the best darn records you own, pull out your dad's guitar. The best thing for tears is to sing it too, and that's just what we'll do. Have you ever been sad when you're singing along to your favorite country song? Have you ever been sad when you're singing along to your favorite country song?
Well, thank you, folks. We are the Henhouse Prowlers from the home of bluegrass, Chicago, Illinois. Going to introduce the band as we go along here. Over here on my right, on the upright bass. Been playing music with this guy for a long time. He's actually the only true Chicagoan in this band. And that goes for fans of baseball and everything. Please make welcome the fabulous Jonathan Goldfine. He wrote this next tune.
To tell you the truth, I'm tired of running around. Same old places in the same old town. I've told the same old story so many times I can't stand the sound. To tell you the truth, I'm trouble bound. Oh, the dance floor is deserted, but the band's on stage again. Sound man pumps the volume nearly all the way to 10. Promoter sits and grumbles, can't believe he put this groove. We won't be back again to tell you the truth. To tell you the truth, I'm tired of running around. Same old places in the same old town. I gotta get out of here and change my hat. I don't know if my body's still intact. Tell you the truth, as a matter of at that new place up on the north side. Yeah, they say it's good exposure, but it may not pay a dime. It would be awfully great if we could only get there on time. But I tell you the truth, I'm tired of running around. So tired, so tired. Same old places. Somebody look me in the eye and see the facts. I don't know if my body's still intact. Tell you the truth, as a matter of fact.
liquors and I'll form the coolest brew. While I live on rice and beans and cans of Campbell's soup.
To tell you the truth, I'm tired of running around.
So tired of running around.
Same old places, in the same old
When
town.
I get out of this town, I gotta get this monkey off my back. It's one step forward, 12 steps back.
Tell you the truth, as a matter of fact. As a matter of
Well, this next tune is a throwback to a time when we actually had decent ways to get around this country besides cars. There used to be trains that went from town to town called interurbans that were affordable, and there were many different systems all over the country. And if you wanted to, you could get from Cleveland to Akron on one of these trains, changing it a couple of times, and they shut them all down in the 40s and the 50s as the interstate highway came up. And I'm from upstate New York, and I found a newspaper article from the 50s about the last day the passenger train came through the town I grew up in, and that's what inspired this tune. It was the Lehigh Valley Line. This is called Goodbye to Lehigh. New York State, 1957. To a little boy, the closest thing to heaven. Waiting for the train, he even knows the brakeman's name. Right then, I think that I can see the engine. They say the ticket sales are slowing down. Tell my boy he'll answer with a frown. Don't take my train away, come see her every day. Takes all I have to keep from breaking down. Well, it's goodbye to Lehigh, hello to Greyhound. People used to say she was the fastest thing around. Whistle isn't moaning, the engine can't be found. You read like a wanna, is it running through this town? Route 81 was built right down the line. Concrete slabs as fine as they were wide. Some more buses now than trains on one track, so such a lane. The more things change, the less they stay the same. Well, it's goodbye to Lehigh, hello to Greyhound. People used to say she was the fastest thing around. The whistle isn't moaning, the engine can't be found. You read like a wanna, is it running through this town? Stand aside and wait for the last goodbye. Son, I know I said big boys don't cry. So I take him by the hand, knows I understand. as we watch the last few cars go rolling by. Well, it's goodbye to Lehigh and up to Greyhound. People used to say she was the fastest thing around. The whistle isn't blowing, the engine can't be found. We really like the water, is it running through this town? Well, thank you, folks. Standing over here on my right is one on my left. You're right. It's yeah, right. Lefty, loosey, righty. Standing over here on my left is our amazing guitar player and wonderful human being. Please make welcome from Bloomington, Indiana, Chris Dollar.
Fire in your eyes made my blood run cold. As you ran past us, police that began to flash. But when they got to me, this story I was told. They said, son, it's your mom, Paul. You see, this man has been running from the law. Going around from town to town, just trying to find a place to lay his weary head down. Said that you came up to my front porch, started to push open that old screen door. When my boss said no and would not budge, you shot them both down in cold blood. Gonna track you down the day I bury you, the day you bury me. Gonna track you down till the night I put you out of your misery. Gonna track you down till sweat meets blood on this lonesome road. Gonna track you down till your body lies lifeless in the cold. I've spent so many years searching. I watched the prime of my life pass right before my eyes. Oh, the road seems endless. I'm gonna track you to the day that I die. Even now, revenge seems bittersweet. I've still got to keep my head over my feet. For I know that the new 6 feet deep will never bring my mom and pa back to me. With a hunger in my belly and a fever in my soul, get me treading down this worrisome road. For I know just around one of these bends that sun is gonna rise again. Gotta track you down, the day I bury you, oh, the day you bury me. Gotta track you down till the night I put you out of your misery. Gotta track you down till sweat meets blood on this lonesome road. Gotta track you down till your body lies alive in the cold. dream of the day you buried me. Till I'm dying, but you gotta go misery. Till sweat meets blood on this lonesome road. Till my body lies lifeless in the cold, gonna drag you down. I'm gonna drag you down. Gonna drag you down.
Sweat meets blood, this lonesome road.
Gonna drag you down till my body lies lifeless in the cold.
Gotta track you down.
Thank y'all. This next tune needs a little bit of an introduction. This band, for quite a long time now, for more than 10 years, we've been working closely with the U.S. State Department doing cultural diplomacy work, which is not something I ever imagined we'd get opportunities to do when we started this band. We were just some plucky guys in Chicago who thought we could play bluegrass pretty badly when we started. But we learned that there was a kind of a rich history since the 1950s of the U.S. State Department sending bands and artists all over the world to kind of use music and art to connect people across cultural boundaries. And it's been a really incredible thing for us as a band to experience, as you can imagine. We've been to 28 countries. It's an incredible thing. It's still going on to this day. And our State Department has multiple programs that send, like I said, artists and musicians to different countries. And it really is an amazing tool. Music is really this thing that we share with people all over the world, no matter what language they speak or anything. And this next tune is weirdly inspired by those tours we've taken, but it's a gospel number. This band, we're a fairly traditional bluegrass band to some degree, and people have always asked us, why don't you guys, gospel is a big part of bluegrass, why don't you guys do any? And we just didn't feel it was very sincere coming from us. We're all very different religions, some of us are agnostic, but we had this powerful experience believe it or not, in Saudi Arabia, where we had a day off and they took us to the National Museum in Riyadh, the capital. And as you might imagine, a country that wealthy has a pretty nice museum. It was walking into it was like walking into any museum in Washington, D.C. It was just from a totally different take on life than ours. And we got to go in and walk around this museum. And when you walk in, one of the first things you see is this huge timeline of the history of Islam. And it was massive. I mean, the wall was 20 feet high, and all these different lines crossing, and all these people being born and influencing the religion and stuff. And it was in multiple different languages. And so I was following the English line, and I recognized a name on the wall that really surprised me. And it just made me feel a lot of things, and that's what inspired this song. It's called Gospel in Review. Folks say there was a man named Jesus, and that there is little doubt that he had a way of thinking every person should try out. But not long after this man's words across the land began to spread, influential men of power started twisting what he said. Don't judge your neighbor
Unless you're looking in the mirror.
It doesn't matter one bit if they didn't come from here. Feed the hungry.
You might be hungry one day too.
Not every person on this planet is as fortunate as you. Now it's 2,000 years later, and some say it's getting worse. These men are only getting louder and increasingly perverse. So let's take a moment to make sure it's not all misconstrued, 'cause it never hurts to go back to a subject and review. Don't judge your neighbor
Unless you're looking in the mirror.
It doesn't matter one bit if they didn't come from here. Feed the hungry.
You might be hungry one day too.
Not every person on this planet is as fortunate as you. You don't have to be a Christian to take on this point of view. Let us not forget that Jesus was a Muslim prophet too. Did you know that's really true? You can be a Hindu, Catholic, or arthropod. You don't even have to believe in a higher power God. Don't judge your neighbor
unless you're looking in the mirror.
Doesn't matter one bit if they didn't come from here. Feed the hungry.
You might be hungry one day too.
Not every person on this planet is as fortunate as you. Now as this song comes to a close and we all go along our ways, it's important to remember there are coming better days. If we all just take a moment to remember what is best. We are all just human beings. No one's better than the rest.
Folks, this fellow on the banjo here that wrote that last number and this next one, he comes from upstate New York, I believe he mentioned that. A little town called Homer, New York. And fabulous songwriter. Geez, I'm in my 20th year of playing music with him. Makes him feel real old. Makes him feel real old. I started when I was 5 playing with him. Please welcome Mr. Ben Wright on the banjo.
I've known you long enough to tell you what I think. You think you're going for a ride, just drive it to the brain. So cover up your ears and stop pretending. God damn it, friend, I know the ending. Spoiler alert, this one's gonna hurt. By the time she's done, your lad lost his shirt. This is your spoiler alert. I know you think you fell in love the first time that you kissed. I can see what's coming, son. This isn't some plot twist. So climb the walls, dream and holler. That girl, she's got you by the collar. Spoiler alert, this one's gonna hurt. By the time she's done, you have lost your shirt. This is your spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, this one's gonna hurt. By the time she's done, you let lost your shirt. I'll be picking it up, your sorry ass out of the dirt. This is your spoiler alert.
of the Ozark Hills, you'll hear the morning dove. It's the sound of his lonesome cry as he calls out for his lost love. Without her love, his life seems over, his empty heart filled with pain. His lonesome cry is full of sorrow, his grief in the morning rain. My heart is broken. Oh, my darling, come home to me. Come home to me. These tears can't drown my pain and sorrow. Come home to me. Come home to me. The summer flowers have gone and weary, because there's then
This never happens, folks. And I mean that. I mean, I can think of one other time in 20 years that he's forgotten where.
my heart is broken. Oh, my darling, come home to me. Come home to me. These tears can't drown my pain and sorrow. Come home to me. Come home to me. My heart is aching, 'cause I'm so lonely. Come home to me. Come home to me. You let me down. I am in mourning. Come home to me. Come home to me.
Folks, you just have to buy the CD if you want to hear all the words to that one.
So one of the things that we've learned to do on these tours we do with the State Department is, you might not be surprised if a bluegrass band shows up in East Africa and just gets up on stage and plays bluegrass music. The people listening might not have a whole lot of context to understand what's going on. And so we take it on ourselves to learn music from the places we're going to so they can hear us play music they're familiar with on these instruments, and it really does go a long way. Early on we realized that if we could actually put the time and effort into learning how to sing the songs in the original languages, that it even went further. And so we've done that, and we learn these songs phonetically, so we do not speak these languages. But I can't tell you how many times we finish playing a song in a country that's typically it's everybody's favorite song. We only have the time and the energy to learn one song, so we find something that's really popular. We get off the stage and everybody runs up and starts speaking to us in their language. So I assure you we do not speak Swahili, but this next song is in Swahili. This is from Kenya, and it's a beautiful song by a band named Sauti Sol. Sauti Sol is a bunch of, they're rock stars in all of Africa. Look them up, they are absolutely amazing. And when we first got to Kenya, we asked if we could meet them because we just thought they were so cool. The music video for this song is just one of the coolest things you could ever see. The people at the embassy called their management team, and the management team was like, nope, they're busy. And we're like, we understand. Yeah. But we went on the Kenyan equivalent of Good Morning America, which nobody will be surprised is called Good Morning Kenya. And we played this song, and all of a sudden we got a phone call from the band's manager saying, these guys want to meet you. And so they came to our hotel, and we spent an afternoon swapping instruments, telling stories. It was just an incredible experience. And so it's a real true honor to continue playing this song. Please go and look these guys up. Listen to the original version of this song. The song's called Sura Yako, and in Swahili, that's the literal translation is your face, and it's a love song. And in the chorus, it talks about like, I want to protect you like the police, and you make me feel like I've just eaten my favorite food. It's a really beautiful song when you read the translation, and I'll leave it at that. Here's Sura Yako. Nimakuchagua wewe, nikapende. Mama, sitaki mwingine, ashisiniache, sinitende. Mama, usipende mwingine.
Moyo wangu ni mwepesi, unikalie chapati, nafanya vitu kama chizi, nasitasizi.
Moyo wangu ni mwepesi, unikalie chapati, nafanya vitu kama chizi, nasitasizi.
Sura yako muzuri mama,
Muzuri mama, muzuri mama, muzuri mama.
sabo lako mama. Muzuri mama.
mama,
Taba sama lako maua.
Missouri mama,
Yeah.
Missouri mama,
Surayaka Missouri mama.
Missouri mama,
Oh, so beautiful. You're so
Y'all, we're going to do one more song and take a short break. It's a very short break, so we're not going to step out and have a chat, but we will after this. We'd love to talk to you. Just so you know, that last song is on an album we released that is all music that we've learned from our travels called the Bluegrass Ambassador Sessions. And I need to tell you that we have started a nonprofit organization called Bluegrass Ambassadors that has allowed us to do things like we did today and came and worked with all the students here. It was a really powerful experience for us. It really recharges our batteries to work with kids and then play at night. It's one of our favorite things to do. Not every school can afford that kind of programming, and that's why we have a nonprofit. So if you buy that CD, it helps us do that. If you donate, it helps us do that. Check out bluegrassambassadors.org. We're going to leave you with this song written by John. We got a whole other set of bluegrass music coming up for you. Thank you guys so much.
Lonely days, lonely nights, holding a heavy load, feeling wrong, can't be right. I'm on that lonesome road, lonely woman, lonely man. I believe the seed we sowed, better hearts and good for nothing land. Out on that lonesome road,
and sailors hurting, and broken dreams.
I'm torn apart at the seams.
I'm a future, out in the flow, and down that lonesome road.
Not sure if I've been here before. Seems familiar, yet unknown. I've been kicked outside of love's door. Now I'm on that lonesome road. The same old story all the time. Never borrow, always owe. Write a verse and sing a rhyme. Out on that lonesome road.
It's heavy starting, and broken dreams.
I'm torn apart to sing.
I'm a future, out in the flow, and down that lonesome road.
Every day it seems I miss her more. I bit the apple that's rotten to the core. Finding a muddle caught in a maze, trying to find something in these lonely days. Jump on the saddle, hop on the train, going to the place where I can ease the pain. California, I'm on my way. On that old dream I was sold, I hope to greet a brand new day and get off of this lonesome road.
It's heavy starting, and broken dreams.
I'm torn apart at the seams.
I'm a future, out in the flow, and down that lonesome road, and down that lonesome road.
We'll be right back.